Um, because I've came across a couple scriptures to add to that, and that was added to the abomination and make it desolation, because I had mentioned that your head is likely where your soul is housed. This part is the part that I wanted to discuss. And the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth upon the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So when I looked up the part about the scrolls, having departing as a scroll when it is rolled together, I went back into Genesis, and I thought, well, if there's something that's going to be rolled back, let's see how it was unfolded in the first place. And it talks about how God created this and that, and then it got up to man, and then man named every animal and creature, and then God created woman to be his assistant, helpmeet, or however it's termed in the next chapter. So man was created in the first week, and woman was created after that for man from one of Adam's ribs to be a helpmeet or an assist. And so as I went into that a little bit, I thought to myself, after they fell, they clothed themselves in skins. God clothed them in skins. And then the sacrifices were being, made apparently for that. The animal skins that were used to clothe them may have been sacrificed for that purpose. It's not specific. God could have made them, but so while I'm looking at, okay, they've given him skins to cover up their nakedness, which they now were aware of after they ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and recognized they were naked, but did not die like deceased, like may have been implied, especially by Satan, that you should not surely die, to paraphrase that. And then, basically they really did not die, except they died to themselves. They died from what they were, and now were something different. Not only did I find that Adam had been put to sleep so that God could take one of his ribs and create a helper called woman, that it reminded me of Jesus on the cross, where now that the New Testament has come in and redemption has gone back all the way to the garden, that when Jesus was crucified, they speared his side, and there was a hole there left open, if I'm not mistaken. And now that redemption for man has taken place, Jesus died on the cross. He has the hole in his side, which is basically symbolic of where Eve was taken from. And I don't question, we're the new Eve, basically. And Jesus is the new Adam. Was the Garden of Gethsemane, if I'm not mistaken. And from that garden it went to where he was crucified, and that was Golgotha, which is the place of the skull. So here now we have Jesus on the cross with a hole in his side. He's the new Adam. We're likely the new Eve in the place of the skull, which is likely where everything started new. And the place of the skull is where your brain is. So, I don't question that also indicates that our soul is housed in our brain or in our skull, which is where our brain is, due to the fact that they called it the place of the skull where Jesus was hung upon the cross with a hole in his side, symbolic of the creation of Eve, which we are now, basically, will be the bride.